Good morning, free world, as we see it now today. This is the first day of, I guess you could say, a new page or chapter or page I'm turning in my book of life. I have, that was quite a day yesterday. It was very emotionally charged all across my world, if you will, my friends' world, and all across those that my association with Canaway. We'll use that again. And so I want to go into that after this, but first of all, let's get a little bit of a real quick weather so you'll know what's really taking place out there. We had a tremendous storm down here in East Texas last night. I don't know what happened in your neck of the woods. Love to hear what happened. We'll stay in touch with the New Deal regularly in our forum. Here we go.
Stream, the Uyen system ramped in a big way. We now have two storms matching candidate number 9, Christine, south of Mexico, heading west, luckily, and sparing the coastline her highest winds. And we have another in the North Indian Ocean. I have no idea if anyone in the Middle East is watching this, but if you are, this system will also swing west, and it's coming right at the big red X. Top weather story of yesterday was the continued hail and severe weather hitting Belgium, the Netherlands, and the surrounding areas. World Cup pre-matches were canceled, hail as big as tennis balls, and all due to a high and low convergence on the leading east edge of that Atlantic low. This is the same way it happens when storms fire in the United States. Solar wind is showing calming conditions now. Geomagnetic storms are over and the sensitive meters are regaining a smooth calm. Solar flaring making slow strides, but without major flaring. The northern spots depart with beta class, meanwhile the southern twins maintain beta gamma delta. However, they are mature and may be on the verge of decay. In fact, our focus now turns to the incoming limb. 3 large umbras connected by their penumbras, and the magnetogram suggests they may not all be of the same polarity. In fact, the larger C flares we are already seeing this morning are coming out of the new group rather than the departing regions. Between them and what's coming on the north, we'll have eyes on the sunspots again soon. Folks, just 4 more days. The first stop of the Mobile Observatory project will be with the Miami Valley Astronomical Society. Their Apollo Rendezvous event is at the Boonshoft Museum of Discovery in Dayton. It'll be a terrific event. I'm one of 3 speakers on Saturday morning. Registration is required, so make sure to hop over there and sign up if you want. A bit of a water lay pulled up for you guys as we go around the world, followed by current conditions and the shots of our star to close. Eyes open. No fear. It's 6:40 a.m. Eastern Time, and that's the news. Be safe, everyone.
Very interesting things. Why do I show y'all these things? The reason I show y'all these things is that this particular individual that does this is highly renowned in the weather world, if you will. And just as we had here a while back in India, there was 3 million people that were out of power for over 5 months because of a solar flare, and they were able to detect that far in advance and warn their people. And that's why we didn't hear of a travesty, a major issue in India, if you can remember that. We will have had advance notice from this individual right here when that type of thing were to happen here. That's why I show it to you, so that you can become aware of how to understand these charts and listen to David and other people like him, so that you would have a good 3 weeks notice before you knew a large flare was going to potentially hit where you live, and be able to be prepared and stockpiled for that event. That's what we're doing. We're thinking forward. We are creating ahead of our headlights in the event that these things take place. We're not being fearful. We're being aware. We're waking up. We're preparing for what potentially the future may hold, and we are creating to navigate around it. Are you catching on? This is a site that I believe Ribby sent over to me. It's Truth Frequency Radio. There's a chance that I may come over here and do this. I am waning in my patience with trying to help those who are locked into the problems that the same mentality of the problems that are happening here in the world today, and in the U.S. And by what I mean by that is, look at this. This is absolutely massive, people, and you probably don't even realize it. Is that the G8 summit? That is the banksters summit. Those that have been ruling the purse, so to speak, for over 150 years. The banking cartel out of London, the Nathan Rothschild group, that literally are still running the fiat system, or the central banking systems globally. Russia's and others are trying to pull away from that system because it is not working. It is not working whatsoever, trying to get currencies globally to be backed by something of value rather than weapons. You do not understand, many people do not understand, that it is not us, the spirit of America, that is driving our essence over to force people, in the opinions of many, to help them. But in fact, those guiding us in our big hearts are using it for reasons that we are not aware of, for gaining control. It's a sad situation to even be letting that roll off the lips of a proud American patriot. But if you look over here at what's really going on financially and you wake up, what you see is that the dollar is going to fall. It is an economic fact that the dollar is going to fall. Wake up, people. What we need to do is stack as much money as we humanly possible in an ethical way, and help other people be aware of these things, and quit worrying about whether or not we're rocking the boat by telling the truth about something. You have to wake up and be that person, or this is going to happen to you and your loved ones, and you will still be standing there. Look at this. You know, this is just, it is right in front of us, and no one's going to see it. You know, that is a crying shame. I want to talk a minute about. I've been fielding some of the Facebook things that's been popping up, and I hear things like, and other people say, "Oh, here's some feedback I got about what you did yesterday," and others would say, you know, I don't think that he should rock the boat. I think that and say anything negative about what we're doing and the movement. You know, I hear that, I want to slap up. What you're actually saying is that you're still caught up under the ether, just like in the U.S. Don't say anything about, you know, oh yes, it appears to be something wrong with the way that they're forcing us to do this, but let's just don't rock the boat. I'm sure that they have everything under control. You know, how could that happen to us here in the good old USA? Unless you wake up, people, unless you wake up and see that not only is that potentially going to happen, it is happening. And so why do I stand up? Why do I stand up for ethics and truth? It's because if you are in something to support yourself down the road and be in this big this hammock on the beaches of the Bahamas behind what you're doing now, right this current minute, you need to evaluate your plan. You need to evaluate your plan and see if that vehicle has what it takes. Forget the movement business for a second. You can get back into the movement if you've got a little bit of money to do so, or a Greyhound bus ticket to get to the next rally. Okay, you can do that. You can stay in this so-called movement that you may be mentally involved with. If you're in the hemp movement, you've got to have the wherewithal and the drive to be able to support that movement. If you're broke, you cannot. All that I'm saying is this: we are about making money so that you can be fully informed. You know, I'm looking to have something like a GI Bill where you can earn while you learn. My goodness gracious, and tell others. You know, can you imagine sitting the time that you do a lot to becoming more aware of things, that you're actually earning a massive income from doing that, and being a beacon of the real truth, and not be afraid or don't rock the boat because you have financial gain on the line. If you rock the boat, you're going to lose your little financial gain, but you lose the entire country and you lose your self-respect. goodness gracious. All that we're saying is this: if you're looking for profit, sheer profit, and learning the truth, let's say that you want to buy a product that's going to retail for $100, and you're in this so-called program. Let's say you're going to sell a product that costs $100. You know that that product costs $10 to make, and so that means there's $90 profit. Would you rather divide up out of that $80 or that $90 of profit? Would you rather divide up $10 for you and everybody else to divide up? Or would you rather divide up that $10 that it costs to make it? Would you rather divide up $80 to divide up? Which would you rather do? And then you take your money, and if you're so-called passionate about the movement, then go get into the movement in a real way and help out, rather than just going, we're supporting because we have our banners and we have our whistles and we can blow them at the next rally. Wake up, people. If you're here for profit, we can show you. If you're here to learn the truth, we can show you. If you're here to want to help other people learn the truth and they also get out of a financial bind, we can help you. If you're here just to be a tag along at a big party, stay right where you're at. This is AKA Jedi One, Randy Matthews. Good morning, America. Go out, smile at a stranger. Talk to you soon.